Let's watch the dev update and see what's changing. We got the meddler and we got the Pabro here.
I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
I'm Andre, also known as Meddler. Today is February 9th, and we're back for the second dev update of 2026. To kick things off, we wanted to talk a little about how some of the gameplay changes from January have landed.
Okay.
Game pacing has been a frequent topic we've seen that has some pretty polarized opinions. By design, there is a bit less downtime in the game.
For sure.
Overall game durations, though, are about the same as last year, due in part to some reductions in how much early leads can be snowballed.
Phalites have been doing a good job of setting up safer side lanes for effective split pushing, which has improved top lane agency. But we're still not sure about other aspects, like how much it lights up the jungle, so we made some initial
I'd like to see a little bit less, maybe, of the light up.
adjustments in 26.3. That said, it has given us some tuning levers to enable balance of split pushing versus objectives at various points in the game. So we're going to be keeping an eye on them moving forward.
And as for role quests, we've seen a clear consensus that they add some depth and additional fantasy to each role.
Sure.
Additionally, we've seen more satisfaction in roles that...
Role quests, like, on their own merit, I really like the role quests. I think they do a good job. It's just that, like, the one key aspect that I don't like is the fact that they force you and pigeonhole you into one thing, in a way. So it denies all the creative strategies, and you have to kind of decide your role. And that's one thing that stifles creativity at the end of the day, but I think it's been a good change for the game. It's been a success.
historically have kind of struggled at turning winning lanes into winning games, like ADC and top in particular. Moving forwards, we're going to be keeping an eye on those roles, as we're seeing quite a bit of later game power coming from them right now.
We've also been keeping an eye on the items that made a comeback at the start of the season. We're seeing high adoption rate from the champions who historically built these items, like Gunblade on Akali or Stormrazor on Aphelios and Jhin. We're happy to see them hit the mark so far with their core players. If there are any items you'd like to see return, please let us know. We might bring a couple more back at some.
Twin Shadows! Guys, I need Twin Shadows. I need Twin Shadows. Somebody remind me, I have to make a tweet. I gotta send a DM again to Drew Levin. Like, we need Twin Shadows back. That is the best item this game has ever had, and we need it back. Like, ASAP. It's non-negotiable.
Except DFG. We're not doing DFG.
Oh, he said it.
Okay, moving on to ranked, we wanted to talk about some of the under-the-hood changes we made
Remind
this year
me.
and how those have panned out. We've seen more of you start and stay consistent with your climbs than in previous seasons. Average time to get into game is down substantially, about 30% on average, which is great to see. With lobby dodges dropping from 19.
This is the big one. There's a big tweet.
Lobbies
What is this shit?
to just 4%.
How do I kill
a
this?
major contributor.
Hello?
On the MMR
I don't
distribution,
care about the suggested. Wait, how do we... This is the tweet that somebody sent me. I think it was like Sheep Esports. Yeah. Lobby dodges officially dropped substantially in 2026 from 19% to 4%. Okay? Look how massive this is. Look how massive this is. And they're not even saying anything about the ELO bracket. They're not mentioning a specific ELO bracket here. Why am I not following Sheep Esports? They're not talking about a specific bracket here. You would assume that it drops like in high ELO, because in lower ELO they didn't really change it, but the lower ELO doesn't dodge as much. So completely killing it. Just completely killing the dodging. Players getting on average 30% faster. Dodges have dropped significantly. This is one of the best changes, and look, the rank 1 in the season is weighed in. Best change to the game in years, and people don't even notice it. This is such a good thing to think about, because people don't really notice the dodging aspect if they don't specifically think about it. And they didn't, because I was constantly thinking about it since forever. A lot of people didn't care. They just abused it because it was there. But since it being down, it's created this new and improved system to which you get used to immediately. Okay? So now, but it's a one-way ticket. You can never go back. If you ever add dodging again, the game will be rendered literally unplayable. Nobody's going to play the game. Everyone's going to quit if you bring back dodging. And that's how you know the change has been a major success. Because now you're so used to this better system where you get into the game quicker and nobody interrupts your experience. You can mentally prepare for a game and actually come up with strategies, item builds, rune pages, like summoner spells. You can change them in a game and you know you're getting into that game. Whereas back in the day, you would get in a lobby, you'd get a game where you prepare mentally for a game, you come up with ideas, okay, I'm going to play for this and this wing con, I'll do this, this is my level 1 strategy, it's my level 3 play generally, okay, oh, there's a dodge, and now you go into the next one, and then you come up with again, like, and you do that 4 times, 5 times, and the 5th game, you're like, whatever the fuck, I don't even know who I'm playing against. You go blind into the game entirely, and all of a sudden, you already got that fatigue, and the game sucks, right? But this has been just such a major boon to the game. It's just unbelievable how good of a change this has been. And it's such an obvious thing that I've been rooting on for years. And we finally have it, and it's just such a good upgrade. Anyway.
Lobbies to just 4%, a major contributor.
On the MMR distribution side of things, we made some adjustments to address a range of cases where the ranked system wasn't doing a good job of identifying and distinguishing between different skill levels. For example, we've historically had an outsized population in Iron, around 14% of players globally, consisting of mostly seasoned veterans, and we want Iron to be a place for truly new players rather than a home for people long term. So
they're gonna push you out. This is actually a good change. I like this. Is something that TFT sort of does. When you join TFT, your gains are so high that it's impossible for it to kind of remain in Iron. You just have to move up as long as you're playing the game. And I think Iron should be that transitionary phase. It makes sense. It absolutely makes sense for it to be a transition period for people to just like get acclimated to the game. Sure, like some people are going to be like advanced students and jump quickly from Iron to bronze and like higher, but like, being a veteran in Iron is just absurd.
Rank correlation to get more experienced players out of Iron and keep Iron a true home for new players.
That's a good change. I like that.
Now, even that adjustment might still not be enough to really distinguish between different skill levels, and we might someday even need an entirely new rank below Iron. We also identified actually similar issues towards the top of the ladder. The skill differential between a player in Diamond 4 and Diamond 1 was roughly the equivalent of the difference between, say, Bronze 4 and High Silver. We don't want too large
Wait until you guys learn about Master.
And how people understand the game between the top and bottom of each rank. So we concluded that we needed to spread that player base over a wider range of ranks. That meant widening the MMR range for Master, which makes the LP requirement for Grandmaster and Challenger higher, even though there's the same number of players in each of those tier. Now, this also means that players who were historically towing the line of Diamond 1 and Master have likely been moved into Master this season.
A potential follow-up is that we might now also need additional tiers or divisions at the Apex tiers.
Because 1,000 in Master is just not a good idea. Like, you think you've peaked in the game and you hit Master and you're like, now I know how to play the game, now I've learned, you know, now I'm playing with the competitive League of Legends, I just hit Master, and then you look up in front of you and there's this goddamn Sahara desert in front of you where you have to spend months grinding to get 1,000 LP worth, which is 2.5 leagues worth, just to be Master still. You're still Master. You need slightly above that to hit GM. Like, it's unreal. Just imagine that. 2.5 leagues of difference, all within the Master. Like, it has made it so that, like, every time you ask somebody who's, like, Master 900 or 1K LP, they will say, like, I'm a GM. I'm a GM peaker, you know, I'm like a GM peaker. I'm more of a GM player. They don't want to say Master. It's embarrassing. It's like being 5'9", you know, they're like 6 foot. They're 6 foot tall. They just round it up because you don't want to be associated with the 0 LP Master if you're 900 LP. You need a tier in between.
Substantial the difference between a 0 LP Masters player and a 900 LP Masters player is. We see these sorts of changes to rank distributions as a natural part of League being a long-lived game. When we first built the ranked system in 2010, we saw a much smaller gap in everyone across all ranks. As players have gotten significantly better at League, we've made adjustment to the system over the years to better reflect the ever more varied range of skill levels, and we'll want to continue to do that moving forwards where we need to.
Overall, the redistribution this year is looking generally healthy.
Is it 5'9"? Is it 5'11"? I don't give a shit, man, about your stupid made-up. Just come over to metric system, you dumb cunts.
So far.
Anyway.
We fixed a few early issues, including a bug that allowed some people to move through Apex ranks faster than intended. And another issue where in some cases high-ranked duos were being treated a bit too favorably. Coming up next, possibly even live around the time this video goes out, we have some further improvements to how we reliably match auto-filled
that's something
players
Frogzone typed
against
about.
other auto-filled players in the same role. plus some additional improvements to secondary role parity across the teams. Now though, we're going to hand things over to a familiar face, and a new one, to talk a bit about Shyvana.
Hello current and future Shyvana mains.
What happened
I'm
to
Ed,
Medler?
the product manager on Shyvana's update.
Good to see you, Ed. I'm still Pabro, and we're here to talk to you about Shyvana and how
Why didn't they rework Pabro?
which is coming next patch.
When we announce a champion update, it can be both a super exciting moment for mains, but it can also cause a little apprehension. Sometimes we've taken bigger swings that didn't really resonate with those mains, and when we started on Shyvana, we really wanted to hit with those of you
I had a funny joke, chat, just because I said 9 instead of 11, like in the heat of the moment. Shut the fuck up. Okay? It was a funny joke! Laugh at it. Oh.
So throughout the process, we brought a wide variety of her mains out to our office in LA to give us feedback on her gameplay, her art, and everything in between.
Shyvana's Q was something that her mains really wanted to preserve. Before her update, it was one of her main ways to stack Fury, and its double hit is a great way to clear wards quickly. In her updated design, it will still provide an...
Yo, Rin Bernike, thank you for 20 months. Appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Vodka on stream. Actually, it's Arakia. It's the only way to endure your bullshit, chat. Let's see the Shyvana. Actually, I'm excited. I haven't seen anything about her. Bro, what am I?
And it now
it's
has
V.
recast that quicken when attacking,
it's fucking
so she
V.
can still clear wards and apply on-hit effects with ease.
Keep clicking V by accident. I'm seeing stupid Tucker Carlson's face. Yo, 2 Sativa. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Holy gifta alert! Bro, by the time we're finished with this video, we're actually gonna go to Liza P. We won't even play League. Thank you so much for the 5 gifters. Let's go.
Additionally, it applies AoE damage for healthy clears, which is another part of her kit that we really wanted to carry over based on feedback. Another area that we wanted to not only carry over, but improve based on that feedback was her passive.
During the playtest, we had our passive grant bonus armor and magic resist based
Bro,
on
why do they always record these on like 15 frame rate? What is happening? Or being recommended? I've been like just consuming stuff about the war and geopolitics recently, and he's popping the fuck off on YouTube apparently. Thank you to Sativa. Really means a lot. 5 gifted. That's actually crazy. Really, really appreciate it. I'm actually curious. Let's see the bit of the kit here.
During the playtest, we had our passive grant bonus armor and magic resist based off the number of large minions and monsters Shyvana kills, rather than just dragons.
So I like that. I don't know. The dragon stacking mechanic, albeit was cool, it just felt so weird. You know, like, oh, she gets like 5 armor MR per dragon. It's such like a weird thing that you're not really gonna modify your playstyle that much or get rewarded that much based on it. Like, it's not like you're gonna do a lot more dragons specifically because you get a bit of MR, you know? It's just, you do dragons if the game is permits it for you to do so, you know? And nowadays, like, you need priors, you need control. It's not like a single person thing. So having stacking mechanic on something different, like Epic Monsters, it's decent, you know? We'll see.
Something everyone liked, but they wanted to see it applied to more parts of her kit, so now it also amps her W shield and grants more health in dragon form.
Beyond specifics for
dude,
gameplay,
what was that
something
spin?
we heard from a lot of her mains, fan artists, and other creators is that they really wanted her to feel like an epic dragon. And so we did.
Shyvana's dragon form will actually be a dragon now. And when she attacks in dragon form, not only were her abilities...
Yo, EQC Games, thanks so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful stream. Hope you had a wonderful time. We're just currently checking out the changes on the dev blog. Then we gotta look at the Shyvana stuff.
She will use her wings and her claws and her fangs to fight her enemies. And finally, Shyvana's dragon form and her dragon form ability size
what up?
Now increase with the rank of her ultimate.
Ooh.
We still want Shyvana to find success whether building as an AD or AP bruiser. That said, we know a few of you really love to play.
Yeah, this is something that's like, I don't even know how to explain. It's like it's like audience capture. When you release Shyvana, and then she becomes very, very popular in like multiple branches, like an AD and AP caster, it's now impossible to do a rework Shyvana and make her fully AD. It really stifles the rework potential because they have to lead into the old player base. Because if they go radically away from the old playstyle of Shyvana, she's just going to be completely abandoned by the old people, and the new ones probably won't come in. and then the champion is going to be doomed to die. So it's just a neat thing to think about, that they have to focus on how to deliver an artillery mage Shyvana just to satisfy like a bunch of Shyvana content creators who are spamming like the AP, and they have to like continuously like look at that.
Magic artillery mage Shyvana, so we made sure to keep that playstyle intact, just not as our most optimal build path. We can't wait for all of you to get a chance to play Shyvana when she hits the Rift in patch 26.6.
Let's talk about her skins. All of Shyvana's skins will be available, including her Vaulted skin. And we're bringing back a special leg day bundle. If you know, you know.
Oh.
And for all the Shyvana mates out there who gave us feedback, really thank you for being part of this process with us.
All right, that's it for now. Thank you, Ed. Andre's coming back.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, we wanted to give you an update on ARAM Mayhem. The update we mentioned in January is live now, and we wanted to address the outpouring of love and support for the mode, which has been incredible. You've all shown us how much you love it by playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. We're going to keep working on Mayhem to add more of the things you've shown us that you love. Controlled chaos and fun. And as always, we'll iterate and adjust if something ends up drowning that out, like a bit of recent augment balance has.
We're going to be keeping Mayhem on for a while longer.
Bliss.
We don't have a specific end date in mind yet, but we'll be keeping an eye on how long y'all want to keep playing it and how we can support the mode going forward. We'll also be back to talk more about Mayhem plans in a future dev update. But for now, be sure to check out the recent update and let us know what you think. And finally, we want to address some common questions from the internet. So you ready, Andre?
Always.
Okay. When is WASD coming to Ranked?
WASD will come to Ranked when it is ready. We don't have an exact timeline yet. We want to make sure we've got a few more features in, addressed a couple of outstanding balance issues, and then we should be good to go in the coming months.
Normal ARAM is dead. Good.
Treeline back.
Not working on this right now, but I'll be real, we'd like to someday. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as just flipping on a switch, as some things need to be entirely rebuilt in the League engine nowadays, but it is something we are excited and nostalgic about.
Have you considered bringing back Twin Shadows, though?
So maybe. Where is True Skill 2?
So we kind of may have counted our chickens before they hatched on True Skill 2. We're still evaluating whether or not it's the right tool for League. In some respects, it's performing really well. In other respects, we might be better served by making further improvements to our existing custom matchmaking system.
Yeah, that's something I've been leaning on in recently.
Why don't we add more bans to League?
We don't think League is better if everyone's favorite champion is banned, because realistically, the most popular champions tend to be the ones who are banned the most. Banning is about giving everyone a chance to exclude whatever they least want to play against, or with in some cases. So
you get one bullet.
There you
Use
go.
it wisely.
He said it. Is there a new champion coming for Season 1?
No, we're not going to be doing a new champion in Season 1 of this year. We're focusing instead right now on the large update to League, the one we'll talk more about after MSI. We will, however, have a new champion coming out in Season 2, who relates to the thematics of both Season 1 and Season 2. Paul, are we going to kill more champions in the lore? Who dies next?
The answer is maybe. I don't know. It could be potentially who I'm losing my next ranked game to. I don't know. But seriously though, we think there is some tension and a lot of value and immersion to the experience when we do that, but we don't want to kill champions lightly. Some champions are dead.
Yeah, VelKoz gonna die, guys. We're dead.
Back,
we're gone.
And some may return in the future. So the answer is and always will be maybe. Are you making more improvements to inting, griefing, or bots?
Yes, we are. We've always got ongoing work going on in space.
I thought, whatever, my stupid brain. I'm making improvements to inting, and I thought it was gonna go and say like how people can int now more efficiently or something. You know?
Griefing or bots?
That'd be a funny.
Yes, we are. We've always got ongoing work going on in the space. We think it's one of the most important things to make League a better experience. And we've got a large ban wave coming up to about 1 million botted or illegally transferred
1
accounts that have
million?
been played in the past year.
Good, I'm in there.
We'll let you know more as time goes on. Will this year have a year-long narrative?
Every year is going to be different. There will be some connection between Seasons 1 and 2 this year, but not so much as last year. Season 3 will be more standalone, and you're going to see why it's going to make sense later in the year.
Okay, Paul, and a critical question for you. Can Shyvana lay eggs?
I don't know, and I don't think we're doing this, so let's move on. Thank you very much.
Oh, what?
Okay, that just killed it. No more questions. Probably not going to do this segment again. It's always Shyvana eggs.
Is she a
That pretty much
mammal?
wraps up everything for us today. Thanks so much for watching, and please make sure to tune in for First Stand when games start on March 16th.
Wait.
And
Wait. I got one more thing, Andre. And one more thing, I want to take us all down memory lane.
Okay, or you, Paul.
Okay, thank you. I want to take a moment to turn the camera on you, players. You. Some of you may have remembered when we used to have a little show called Summoner Showcase.
Wow.
But we do want to use
Hey,
our
fuck
dev
you,
updates
Bob,
as a way
bro.
to highlight some of the cool stuff that you are all doing in the community. Whether it's things you were making, cosplays, cool plays in game, or embarrassing ones, a little something
have
league
embarrassing
going in your
plays.
life. So we want you to send us your greatest hits, and we're going to try our best to include them moving forward. So until then, here are a few things that caught our attention.
For
Show
now,
me.
though, thanks so much for watching.
Show
Let us know what you
me.
think of today's updates, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Bye.
Just a yordle with a hammer. Holy. Chad, you think I'm in here? Maybe they put Trauben with his artwork. What?
¿Puedes matar a alguien, es real, por Dios?
Why? What the fuck is happening with the YouTube video? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go and watch the Shyvana thing real quick. Let's figure out what's happening with the Shyvana. Okay. Let's look into detail. So far, there's the dev update. Very, very interesting stuff. We're going to be getting the new Apex tier. That's probably like the most interesting thing that's going to shake up streamer realm, I guess. Let's see. Passive scale mail. Take down enemy champions, large minions, and large monsters. Grand Shyvana scale mail stack. So you can do this by cannons. You can do this by large monsters or takedowns. These add permanent stacks to give armor and armor. Sure. Is she gonna look cooler the more she has? So she got 2 there. How much is a champion kill? Probably 3. Shyvana's next attack strikes both the target and the surrounding area. This ability can be recast. So it's like an auto reset, I guess, but it's not like a double hit. While in dragon form, gains additional recast, dealing massive damage to a single target. Damn. So just like a regular-ish auto attack. I'm already getting like the Titanic Hydra triple auto reset machine gun. We're not gonna see the dragon form, yeah? Wait, did she hit twice there? Oh. Oh, so it can be recast. Oh, wait. Am I stupid? Additional recast. I thought it's 2. She starts with 2 and she has a 3 then. So she has 3 attacks in the dragon form. Slam and then the stab at the end. Ah, okay, cool. Inferno Aegis. Shyvana gains a shield, movement speed, and after a short delay, the area around her detonates. While in dragon form, the explosion will heal her if it strikes enemy champion or monster. So far, the biggest weakness is being kited. Can we see the move speed boost? Well, it's not insane. Okay. All of it sort of relies on her being in range. Now lets a fireball explode upon striking a large target and slows them. In dragon form passes through explodes. Cool. That's some insane range. That is crazy range. Ult fierce. It's pretty quick, the ult, man. And it doesn't seem very dodgeable. I'll see some gameplay. But she didn't fear. Why is he delaying the ult transformation? I don't understand. Every ability is just improved with when you're dragon. There's no reason to delay the ult there, right? Okay, this is like, what? Why do they showcase us this clip? It's just so, it's just stat checking 2 nerds like randomly. Usually the clip they show us like it's just something that's shows the kit nicely. Okay, yeah, I don't think she's gonna be a problematic character. to the game. I don't think she's gonna be crazy broken. She has a lot of weaknesses. She can only gap close efficiently when she has ult, and ult puts her on a timer. So, like, in this case here, let me show you the fight here. Like, she's supposed to ult earlier in order to get the fear, like, away, so she gets a bit more chance to continue chasing. Like, Swain walks melee, like, what happens if Swain doesn't walk melee there? Can he survive? He walks melee again here, allowing auto resets. He pops Z and stays melee. Like, I don't know what am I looking at here, man? This is just ridiculous gameplay. No, that's weird. Whatever. Really weird gameplay showcase. I'd like to see the numbers and scaling, because that's such a cool ability. I mean, this champ we don't really know much until we assumed it's gonna be something like this. I really want to see her in a game, how well she's stacked and how the damage spikes. So yeah, we'll see.